Welcome to the weekend wash, where you watch me wash my floors, mopping them floors. Why are you mopping floors in your garage? You're just gonna put another car in there. You should just let it get dirty. I guess you can say the same thing about your body. You're just gonna get it dirty again. Why take a shower? The thoughts that go through my head as I mop my beautiful garage floor. You're not even mopping correctly. You better not be using Mop and Glow. That waxes the floor, you know. This guy can't even mop his own floors correctly. How is he going to detail cars? Do you want me to use the 2-mop method? Is that what you want me to do? I'm supposed to snow foam the floors and let it dwell and then rinse it off? Oh, I know. I'll use multiple wash mops. That way it doesn't scratch my floor. Isn't it going to make it slippery? Come on, let's hear all the stupid comments. Put them all down below. How many stupid comments do you receive on your channel or in your detailing business? What are all the stupid things that people have said to you? All right, that's looking great. Much better. Welcome to Miranda Detailing. Welcome to another weekend wash. We're going to show you some upgrades to the garage as well as washing the other Avalon. Well guys, a few simple upgrades. We're going to be reorganizing this area. I don't like these tables here, so I'm going to be setting up some sort of different shelving here eventually. But guys, I have now water plumbed inside our garage. Now, I'm not a plumber, but what I did was something that is extremely easy to do, and that was using PEX. So, this I ordered online. Actually, everything will be down below. If you want to do some indoor plumbing, it's actually very, very simple to do. The PEX piping here, I ordered 100 feet of it. I know it's a little overkill, but I have extra of the white 1/2-inch PEX piping, and I bought all of these SharkBite fittings. So this actually is from SharkBite itself. The little logo is on there. It's extremely easy to use. The SharkBites are usable with any 1/2-inch pipe, CPVC, copper, and PEX. So a bunch of these elbows and fittings and a bunch of these little guys, I actually wrapped it all around here, all around the edge. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. And went under here. Not too worried about this because this is the whole HVAC system and it's ugly and it's probably not, it's not going to go away, obviously. But I piped it in there. So you can see right back there, we have the 1 water pipe. That is the cold water pipe right there. And I plugged into it with the PEX piping and SharkBites. And I have a shutoff valve right there. So the PEX white piping, I plumbed all the way around. So it's pretty inconspicuous. Here you can, obviously see it, but, that's just whatever. This is usually covered up with this anyways here. But it's piped all along the wall. I like that it's white. It just kind of blends in with the wall. And I'm going to eventually paint that white or maybe black. I don't know yet. And yeah, now I have running water right in here. I don't have to worry about anything freezing in the winter time. So that will be winterized and all wrapped up. And now I can hook up my pressure washer in here. So we have plans for a hose reel. This is my old pressure washer hose here. I have a new one in my trailer. So that will be hooked up here, and I'm using this for now. Hopefully I'll be getting another electric pump that might be a little bit better, more commercial grade. But for now, this works really well, filling up the buckets and just connecting it to the pressure washer. And it's inside now, so I don't have to worry about anything freezing, which is great. So that's what we worked on over this past week. Of course, we have our slop sink hooked up. Loving that. We have hot and cold water here now. I just have to figure out the drainage. I will be drilling through the cinder block and the brick on the other side. So it's about 12 inches or so that I'll be drilling through a 2-inch hole and putting the drainage through there outside into a gutter pipe that actually is plumbed all the way out to the lawn. So that will be done at some point. We'll see. But I'm very, very happy that we have indoor plumbing here, the water all piped up. Oh, and you're gonna notice this little ladder here too. I just picked this up at Home Depot. They had a crazy sale. So I believe someone on Facebook that I saw in one of the detailing pages, the groups, mentioned that they were having a crazy sale. So I bought it online. I think it cost me about $30 to $35, something like that. So That's an awesome deal. I love that. Instead of having to use a ladder like this. Way, way easier, and it's super light. It's just a nice aluminum little workbench. So the other Avalon is not so dirty. So we're going to use the little cordless pressure washer. Does a great job. And we did do an initial wash and clay barring of the vehicle, and I think I just put Xtreme Solutions Jersey Devil on here, I believe. Not bad. That's all I put as far as protection, and already you can see it. It's beating and sheeting slowly. That's pretty awesome. That was about 2 weeks ago. So guys, what I've been using in my bucket is this. This is something new from the Detail Guardz. This is their wash mitt cleaner. So this goes on to the newly designed dirt lock guards. And the idea is you put your wash mitt and you push it down, and it's going to pump water through these little grates, and then you can twist it on this. So pretty awesome design. Put it back in there, and then with your wash mitt, as you're going around the vehicle, you can push it and grind it onto that washer, and it's going to push water into the mitt and clean it effectively. So that's pretty awesome. So it's a new design. These are also newly designed. So if you guys want to get your hands on these newly designed pump wash style mitt washers, then check out the links below, and I'm going to give one away, or actually the Detail Guardz is going to give one away. So if you want to get your hands on one of these for free, comment down below. Let me know if you want to get your hands on one of these, and hashtag it Detail Guardz. And they will send out one of these to the winner of that giveaway. So again, let me know down below if you want to get your hands on one of these. Hashtag it Detail Guardz. That's Detail Guardz with a Z at the end. Don't forget the Z. Hashtag it Detail Guardz with a Z at the end. And I'll announce the winner about a week later, hopefully the next weekend wash. Also, follow us on Instagram. That's our Instagram handle there. You'll see updates and behind the scenes and all sorts of other stuff that we put on there. All right, so now I know I took this out after I washed the vehicle, but uh-oh, hey, what are you doing? But the vehicle really was not dirty. It's all washed down, so I'm going to rinse it, dry it, and we're going to test out some polishes because the back trunk lid needs some polishing. Something was going on back there. So we'll show you that. So now I'm going to switch it to, let's do the 40 degree. There we go. And I'll switch it back to the 20. A little bit more power, a little bit more pressure. So I've used about 2.5 gallons so far, and that's rinsing, soaping, and I've already rinsed the one side, and we're now rinsing this side. Let's see if I can keep it to 5 gallons. Ah, the battery's going, so it switches it down to eco mode. That's kind of interesting. So eco for not so much water consumption, but for power consumption. Cool. I haven't charged this battery yet. Oh yeah, it's down to 1 bar. I think that's it. Now, I didn't do the wheels. I know. Probably some of you are going to say, you didn't do the wheels. I know, I didn't. They're really not bad. So this got driven one day in the past 2 weeks. So there's like nothing on it. So I'm not worried about that. It's actually nice and clean now, and let's show you around. So, in all honesty, here's what we did when we first got the car. It's actually my parents' car. When they first got the car, we did an initial wash, clay barring, and all I did was put Xtreme Solutions Jersey Devil on the hood, the roof, and the trunk. The rest of it is dead. I didn't put any protection on it. So, look at the roof. That's Jersey Devil. It's hanging on. It's actually beating. That's the trunk. It's beating. And the hood, same thing. Beating water. Hey. Oh, come on, man. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. So that was just 2 weeks. So it's hanging on, and the rest of it is dead. But I'll be testing products on this Avalon. And here's how much water we used. Possibly about 3 gallons. So I'd probably have enough to do the wheels. Maybe not if they were nasty, nasty wheels. But in this case, if I were just to go through and shampoo the wheels and brush them and clean them, degrease them, I would have enough water to do that. So that's pretty awesome. The water consumption on this little guy is really, really good. And the amount of soap that I used was about, I don't know, 1/3 of the soap that was in there. I put about 2 ounces in that little tiny thing. Or maybe an ounce. So that's a lot in that little tiny thing there. But it doesn't foam up because it doesn't have foaming, capabilities. It's not designed as that. But for what it is, it put the soap on the vehicle, and I was able to just wash it quickly. This is just a quick wash. That's it. Oh man, these leaves are falling right on the car. Now I noticed something as I was washing the back glass here. Now I thought I clay mid it, but it's gritty. So I'm going to use some lithium clay bar, and Total Detailing's Kinetic. Now you can use this as a clay lubricant. I don't always want to use as a clay lubricant. I consider these types of detail sprays too precious to do that. I feel like it's kind of a waste just to use as a clay lube. You can just use the soapy water if you want. I'm just doing this because I already rinsed down the whole vehicle, and I'm not going to use soap again on it. But it's enough to just lubricate it. And let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Yep, definitely picking up some sort of nasty grime on the back glass. This will make it much easier to clean next time. And this stuff is addictive. It's so nice. It's so nice to use, and it smells so good. Wow, you can hear that, right? I think my lav mic is picking that up. Yep, that's some pretty heavy stuff on here. I thought I claimed it last time, but I guess not. I wonder if that's sap. No, that's not sap because it's black. I'm not sure what that is. Probably just road grime that we just forgot to remove when we were washing it last time. I'm going to use the GT Shine giant drying towel. I haven't used this one in a while, but I really like it. Wow, beautiful. It dries extremely fast. One swipe across the paint and the glass, and it's dry. Man, these little leaves keep falling. That is annoying. There we go. And if you think that a leaf may have gotten stuck in the microfiber, I just do that kind of like a whip dry on the towel, and usually it will fluff up the fibers and release anything from them, usually. Or you just have to go in and pick out the leaf by hand, but usually that's just a quick little thing you can do to release any type of gunk that might be in the towel. All right, good. Didn't have to wring this towel out at all. Everything is nice and dry. So let's hang this up to dry. So now that we pulled the car in, check out the trunk. Yeah, something's going on with this. I have a feeling it was repainted. You can kind of see some orange peel. It doesn't quite look like the factory. This is actually really nice and smooth, even though, I can see there in the light that underneath, you see the texture underneath? I think this was repainted too. But they did a better job. This just looks funky. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to polish this whole trunk. I'll show a 50-50 first, and I'll show you what I'm using. I have a bunch of stuff here. I think what I'm going to do, though, is try one of, let's see, we have Trifecta. We have the Z1. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's try these two. We're going to use the Trifecta from Xtreme Solutions. They're 3-in-1. And this is basically a compound polish and sealant. And this is also a one-step polish and sealant. So I'll use those without any toppers or anything on top. And let's see how well they cut and how well they seal. So let's try it out. So I'm going to use an orange, it's actually Chemical Guy's Hex Logic Pad, but they are comparable to the orange Lake Country. So I'll have this one for one of them, and I have an SPTA orange, which again, comparable to the orange Lake Country. So let's use Trifecta first. Put 3 drops, that should be enough. And let's do this little section here. So really nice and smooth to work with, and wipe off is great. And what a huge improvement that made. I'm sure you can already see it in the camera, but let's see a little bit closer. Look how nice and glossy that looks. And you can still see there's weird imperfections in the paint. It's kind of a bad clear coat job. You can see a lot of these weird marks, but it's cleared up much better than that, where it looks fuzzy and hazy. And now we have some clarity, and the color is starting to kind of pop a little bit. The metallic is looking much nicer. Let's take it off of autofocus and focus. There we go. That's much nicer compared to that. All right, but that worked well. That was really nice and smooth. For an all-in-one, that's great. That's the type of results that we want to see. Let's switch it over to the Z1 from Dr. Beasleys and a fresh pad. That much. All right, now, again, very nice, smooth polishing, and so that left a little bit of a weird haziness there, and same with this. It's not wanting to really wipe off quite nicely. That's one thing I don't like about that polish. So let's do this. Let's work it a little bit longer. It's not liking this paint at all. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know if it's the pad, but it is not liking. It's not wanting to wipe off. And if you apply a little bit more, helps it wipe off more, but yeah, it's weird. This paint is funky. It didn't react like this when I was detailing the Telluride that we just had in the shop. Yeah, it's almost like I have to reapply it and wipe it right away. And then it's fine. Yeah, it's wiping off now, but that's a little finicky. But I mean, the finish is nice. It's just that wipe off was a little problematic. It's one thing I don't like about some polishes that do that, but it's not. That's what I don't like about some polishes. They need to have an easy wipe off. But it's not always the polish that does it. It's sometimes the paint. This paint has got some weird issues going on. Way, way better than it was, right? Huge improvement. And I mean, look, the gloss is amazing, but there are some heavy defects here. And we'll play with this later. This is just like an all-in-one simple paint enhancement just to get that haziness off and to clear it up and to make it look super glossy and nice and smooth and bring that color back. But that's basically what we're doing and testing out these two products. So the NSP Z1, it boasts up to a year protection. So if you can deal with the wipe off on some paints, it just might be the paint that's a little finicky, then the results are great. So we'll play with that further and see how that reacts on other paint. We have the roof here too. We'll have to do that another time. But so far, I want to see the durability of this. So it's going to sit overnight, and maybe the next weekend wash, when we wash the vehicle, we'll see how these two respond. So we have the Trifecta on this side here, on the driver's side, and the NSP Z1 on that side. Now, I probably could have just taken a damp towel, a little spritz of water, but I didn't want anything to interfere. If it did, I don't think it would, but I want to give them a fair chance and not put any water on either of them to see. So the other one wiped off no problem, the Trifecta. Yep, it wiped off with no problem. So not bad at all. That's looking really, really nice. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for the weekend wash. I know, kind of simple, very short, but basically, I ran out of time today. Had a bunch of other things we were doing around the house, but at least I wanted to give you a couple of minutes of showing you what we're doing on the Avalon here. And again, it's basically another vehicle to be able to showcase stuff and to polish because it was bought used, of course. And it's got all sorts of weird things going on with the paints. Some things on the interior as well. The wheels and tires actually are pretty decent. They cleaned up really, really well. In fact, I have the other video of this vehicle that we'll put out shortly that we, show you the whole wash and decon process, just to kind of spruce it up. And I think we even did some interior detailing as well on that to freshen it up. So I'll have that video out shortly, hopefully by the end of this week, if not by next week. Today is Sunday the 8th, so I have a lot of editing to do. All right, guys, but if you want to get your hands on, we have the SPTA Polisher. I think it's sold out on Amazon at this point, so you can get it on AliExpress. And I did receive some feedback by some viewers here that said that with AliExpress, you have to be careful. Sometimes they'll send you an empty box or an empty package. I haven't had any other problems with them, and I don't think I've heard any other problems from anyone else. Just be wary. If you do get that, I'm sure you just return it, communicate with them well, return it, tell them what happened, and either get a refund or order another one. I think they're just trying to keep up because a lot of guys are actually purchasing this. I would like to get my hands on the Adams version. I will be doing that at some point because Jess loves this one so much that I don't have a cordless one. What are you gonna do? Oh well. Anyway, I'll have the pads also down below linked, and I'll have Xtreme Solutions Trifecta and Dr. Beasley's Z1 down there as well if you want to try these out. I haven't tried either of these mobily yet in the sun, but from what I have heard, the Trifecta can definitely be used outdoors. I don't know about Z1. This is more of a premium product as well. And you can coat with a ceramic coating right over this immediately, which is really, really cool. That saves you a lot of time. I will have more videos about not using isopropyl alcohol wipe downs or panel wipes. And I know I'm probably going to have all these dumb comments. You need to do it. You need to do this. I don't need to do anything. If you figure out a way around it that works, then you go with that. Don't stick with the old adage of you have to do this or else. Things are changing. Chemicals are changing all the time. The ceramic coating game is changing all the time. If we can have more products like Helios from Xtreme Solutions or their foam polishing glaze. They call it a glaze, but it's acrylic resins that cure after 24 hours, and you can put anything on top of them. Wax, sealant, coating, anything after it's cured. So that's going to change the game for us. I know you add another day onto your paint enhancements and ceramic coatings, but that's okay. You plan that out. But this will help you with eliminating any potential marring on the paint for coating application. If you're dealing with silver or gold vehicles or vehicles like this where the color is light enough where you don't see any type of towel marring, you're not going to see it. It might be there, but you're not going to see it. No one will ever see it. So then you can get away with isopropyl alcohol wipe down, and you can get things done quicker. But if you're dealing with, say, a black vehicle that has finicky paint, take your time with it. Use polishes like this that are like primers. CarPro Essence and Geon Primer are also curable primers. So after 24 hours, you can go right over them with their designated coatings. These, I believe, you can use any coating on them. So I will be using these more and more. And if that is the case, if I can eliminate an isopropyl alcohol wipe down, then I'm going to do it. In fact, I already have proof. I already know. We coated a vehicle about a year ago now. It's a minivan. And I polished it with CarPro Essence, waited 24 hours, coated it with one coat of Quartz UK Edition 3.0. To this day, as we go back and do maintenance on it, it looks exactly like the day it came out of the shop here. It was beautiful. So still beating like crazy. All the paint and the plastics, they look incredible. So I know for a fact one layer can definitely last up to a year, and it looks like it's not degrading at all. So we'll keep an eye on it. If Quartz UK Edition can get 2 years with just one layer, with that primer, using CarPro Essence as the primer polish, and no panel wipe at all, no isopropyl alcohol wipe down at all, that's a win. You eliminate that step and eliminate potential marring on the paint. That's my philosophy on it, and I'm working, with vehicles doing that already, and I'm seeing amazing results. So don't think that you have to do an isopropyl alcohol wipe down, a panel wipe, just because people say. Experiment and find a way around it. That's the thing with detailing, with any type of business. If you can find a quicker, easier way around it with less risk, then do it. So that's what I'm doing. Let me know if that's what you do too. Do you hate using an isopropyl alcohol wipe down on black finicky paint? You're going to have to go back and repolish it and have all these issues. I've run into that many, many times. So that's why I'm on to primer polishes and polishes that can cure over 24 hours, and then you can just coat right over them. It makes things so much easier, and you get way better results. Do they fill? Yes. Don't worry about filling. Again, all this hype and all this ridiculousness about filling and fillers and all this stuff, it's going to wash away. No, it doesn't. They're semi-permanent acrylic resins that fill in the tiniest of things. Are we talking about filling in a giant scratch? No. It's stuff that you're probably not going to see anyway. Light towel marring, it'll go right over that, fill it in, lock it in, coat over it. You won't see it for 2 years. I know that because I've seen it. The proof is when you do it and you experience it yourself. I'm experiencing it. So the results are there. They're real. All right, guys. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like it, share with others who may enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. And don't forget to check out the rest of the weekend washes. I'll have a playlist at the end of this video so that you can check out all of our different weekend washes. It's a nice time to kind of relax, wash your own vehicles, and play with products and rant. All right, guys, have a great week. We'll see you next time. Take care.